As a 26-year-old with a $4 million portfolio of real estate, Dave Ramsey was earning $250,000 annually. Due to unforeseen circumstances, he was left with absolutely nothing 2 years later. Fast forward to today, Ramsey, now 60, is regarded as one of the most reliable sources for financial guidance and is well known all over social media. How did he regain all of his lost fortune to become a multimillionaire with a net worth of $200 million? Born September 3, 1960, Ramsey grew up with a strong work ethic. In the 20-minute biographical film Live Like No One Else, Ramsey describes the day when he was 12 years old and pleaded with his father for money to buy a popsicle. He still remembers to this day what his father had said: "You are old enough to get a job." This moment was pivotal for Ramsey's life because it planted the seeds for his most famous trait today, his unparalleled financial acumen. In fact, he looks back at this episode as the primary source of inspiration behind the start of his business. The very same day, he printed 500 business cards at the local neighborhood print shop for his very first endeavor, a lawn care business. He ran various enterprises throughout his time in school, one of which sold leather bracelets. Ramsey claimed that his early entrepreneurial struggles taught him important things like the value of good customer service and keeping your word. Dave Ramsey successfully passed his real estate license exam 3 weeks after turning 18. During college, he used the commissions from selling real estate to help cover his expenses and tuition fees. In his book, Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money, he claimed that he had grown up in the real estate industry, and it had always played a significant role in his life. Starting with his 7-step plan is the best way to regain control over your finances and complete a money makeover. It is so straightforward that you can follow this plan's 7 baby steps to increase your financial security and get to the point where you can start accruing wealth too. So what is this plan like? Dave Ramsey's 7-step plan begins with this fundamental first goal: save $1,000 for your starter emergency fund. One of the biggest reasons individuals struggle with money is that unanticipated emergency costs, like medical bills, car repair, or house care and maintenance, force them into debt. However, if you are anticipating these unforeseen costs, they won't catch you off guard once more. Starting an emergency fund should be your first step in getting your finances in check. Until you have $1,000 or more in an emergency fund, save money in a separate bank account. Dave Ramsey's second objective is to pay off all debts using the debt snowball. As Dave Ramsey refers, the snowball technique entails starting with minor debts and moving to the bigger ones. Obligations include car loans, credit card debt, and student loans, to name a few. Make a thorough note of all the debt there is to your name, with the exception of your mortgage if you own a property. Next, rank the debts on your list by debt amount, starting with the smallest. Then you repay each loan, working your way up from the lowest to the largest. Dave suggests that you should use up all your emergency savings only after you pay off your debt. As soon as you have enough money to pay off your debt and cover 6 months' worth of expenses, you should start to transfer new savings to the emergency fund. In doing so, you'll be prepared to handle any unexpected circumstances. If you lose your job, you won't have to worry because you'll have enough money to last 6 months. This will give you the time to look for a new job. If your car breaks down, you'll be able to afford the required repairs, the tow truck, and in some cases, even a new car. Having an emergency fund is crucial for preventing future debt because it will keep you from debt in the future. An emergency fund is also crucial to make sure to manage your finances without deprioritizing your health or unavoidable medical expenses. Third in Dave Ramsey's plan is to invest 15% of your household income in retirement. Once your debts are paid off and your emergency fund is established, it's time to start thinking about other significant savings, like retirement. Dave Ramsey recommends putting 15% of your gross monthly income into a retirement account each month. Using tax-advantaged investment accounts is the best way to increase the return on your investments, or ROI. For instance, pre-tax investment accounts allow you to deduct your contributions from the taxes you pay each month. On the other hand, after-tax investment accounts will enable you to benefit from tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawals in retirement. But how can you achieve your 15% goal each month? Most employment contracts have a match rule, that is, if you put some money in your retirement account, your employer will do the same, up to a certain match, most commonly 50% of your contribution. and up to 6% of your yearly salary. So, first, invest up to the match if your employer matches your contributions. That represents a 100% return on your investment and free money. A very popular type of retirement account you may have heard of is the 401k. So let's break it down. A 401k plan is a retirement savings plan with tax advantages. An employee signing up for a 401k agrees to have a percentage of their paycheck paid directly into their account. These so-called salary deferrals do not result in taxable income, i.e., these portions of the salary are not taxed by the IRS. But it gets even better. Like we mentioned earlier, the employer may match your contribution part or whole. Individuals may also use individual retirement accounts, or Roth IRAs, to save money for retirement. A Roth IRA is a long-term savings account that allows after-tax contributions. Its main advantage is that once you reach the age of 59 and a half, your contributions and the income they generate can grow tax-free as long as the account has been open for at least 5 years. In other words, money is paid up front, and in the future, you will pay no taxes on your account withdrawals. These accounts, however, are not sponsored by an employer, but can rather be opened through your own broker or bank. But hybrids exist. A Roth 401k, the best of both worlds, is the same as a 401k, but again, you pay no money on withdrawals either since you have already paid taxes up front. Check with your employer if they offer this amazing benefit. To conclude on Dave's third step, remember, you should put all 15% of your money there, or up to the match offered by your employer. With all that is left, make sure to start and fund your own Roth IRA. No excuses! Dave Ramsey's fourth step is to save for your children's college fund. One of the key elements in keeping out of debt in youth can be to avoid student loan debt altogether. If you can cover your child's college expenses, you'll ensure their future financial stability because they'll be better able to avoid debt. Dave Ramsey advises opening a schooling savings account. What is the best way to do this? A 529 savings plan, named after Section 529 of the IRS Code, is a state-run tax-advantaged account that enables you to set money aside for educational costs. You can create a 529 plan for your child or grandchild and make them the beneficiary. This allows them to use the funds, among other things, to pay for college. People, a 529 plan just isn't a dry financial account. It's a chance to rewrite your family tree. The 6-step plan's second-to-last tip is to pay off your home early. Put all of your extra monthly income towards your mortgage so that you can accomplish early repayment, and after completion, you will be officially debt-free. Your entire income will only go to you instead of being consumed by sizable debts and payments. It's time to build wealth and give at last. The 6th and last step of the plan. Congratulations! You can now concentrate on increasing your wealth. Remember to preserve your financial safety nets, such as a sizable emergency fund, retirement account, savings account, and college savings. Dave has a philosophy to invest in mutual funds that hold high-growth stocks. Mutual funds are investment portfolios that are expertly managed and give investors the chance to pool their wealth to invest in a particular project. These funds are an excellent method of planning for your retirement with the assistance of a financial expert. Through mutual funds, you can invest in various businesses, from the biggest and most established to the newest and expanding quickly. Moreover, they are a great option for long-term investing because they can count on managers and financial veterans conducting extensive research on the stocks they choose to invest in on your behalf. Why does Dave's strategy include only mutual funds? This is because they allow you to diversify your investment across numerous companies, which reduces the risk associated with buying individual stocks and other types of securities. Dave himself invests in 4 different mutual fund categories equally. This is also often quoted as not putting all your eggs in one basket, because your wealth is now distributed across many different companies and industries, and underpinned by the independence of their individual performance. It is often good to diversify the investments you make in the funds themselves, like income and growth funds, which invest in big, legacy American companies that have been around for a while, providing a solid and stable foundation for your portfolio. You may also see them called large cap or blue chip funds. Growth funds, also known as mid-cap or equity funds, invest in stocks from U.S. businesses that are still growing, and their performance typically fluctuates along with the stock market as a whole, carrying a bit more risk. aggressive growth, also known as your investment portfolio's wild child. These funds make investments in more profitable small businesses. They are up when they are up, but when they're on the ground, sit back and prepare for a bumpy ride. Lastly, international funds are an excellent tool assisting you in reducing your risk by investing in sizable businesses outside the United States. What did you think about Ramsey's 6 rules?